with y'all, man. How you?
I'm chilling, man. All right, so you return to the ring, July 26th, live casino, Hanover, Maryland, Jeter Promotions. What's it got? The Castaneda?
Yeah, Kendo Castaneda. He'll be across
Kano
the ring.
Castaneda.
Yeah,
Second fight at 154 pounds. How you feeling, man?
yeah. Well, I mean, technically, this is the first fight because somebody want blow through two contracts.
Oh shit, you put it what, 160 last
Technically,
show?
he came in at 159 and a half.
Oh yeah, so shit. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is
This
my
is your
first.
junior middleweight debut. You
Yeah,
had your
yeah,
middleweight debut last time.
yeah. I ain't see myself fighting at middleweight no time soon. But I guess they had different plans at 360 Promotions.
All right. Um, Mike, I felt like you won that fight.
I
I
appreciate
felt
it.
like it was a robbery. And to me, it was a robbery for a couple of reasons. They didn't call the knockdown. One, um, it was a clinic. It
Thank you.
was a clinic of boxing, and for him to number one bring you up in weight, two miss weight, and then the circumstances behind it. You just give me your thoughts.
Yeah, just with that one, man. Hey, look, dudes got to learn how to be professional. I mean, the contract is at 154 originally. Then right after Easter, like I said, right after Easter Sunday, y'all asked me to move it to 57. I said, give me some more money. I signed another contract at 57, and then the day of the weigh-in, we have to amend the contract. You know what I mean? So I mean, and I'm not making this. I still got the contracts in my email. I could pull. I could pull them up. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not making excuses. I mean, it's like I said. This is still the number one guy at 154, and we don't even know if he'll make 154 his next fight. But that's just the shit you go through in boxing.
How are you feeling going into the Castaneda fight?
Man, I feel super excited. I'm super excited, super grateful. Just and I feel overly prepared, just in the sense of I spent all of June in Australia, sparring Tim Zoo. So what I mean, I got about 80 plus rounds with him, and I came home. I finished up at TT Triple Threat Gym with Andrew Council. Shout out to Keith
Mm.
Saunders. He just made his pro debut. Got a body shot stoppage, and I worked with Davon Whitmire. He's still an amateur, but the two of them 4-minute rounds, and I got 8 4-minute rounds. So I know I'm in shape. I'm sparring quality guys. So over 90 rounds in total for the camp. So I feel amazing.
Is that Dave's little brother?
Yeah, that's Dave Whitmire's little brother, younger brother. They'll I think Drew gonna keep him amateur for a little bit. I think he's 18, but I think Andrew gonna keep him amateur for a little bit. But Keith Saunders, he made his debut the second week of July. I forgot July. Whatever that Saturday was. But yeah. Yeah, all this is a bunch of great work, man. All throughout the camp, across 2 continents and 3 time zones. I'm like that.
All right, so I talked to your promoter earlier today, and he said basically y'all going through the process of getting you ranked
Yeah.
at 154 pounds. Um, what does this fight do for you going
Um,
forward?
well, yeah. So Kendo Castaneda. I mean, he's a durable. He's a durable opponent and everything like that. He's been in with some top quality. Some quality guys. Kenny Sims, Tiger Johnson, Jose Cepeda at one point. If you go down the list, you'll find a bunch of names. Sonny Ferguson, people got guys like that. So I think a quality win here is going to show like why this kid needs to be ranked. And I mean, um, the main thing is just staying. For me, it's staying active. I had to consider 54 just because it's hard to get offers at 47. So any meaningful offers at 47, but things seem to be happening at 54. 54 been the most like competitive division since like 2017.
Mm. So how do you feel like you fit in that division?
I think what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to, upset somebody. That's what it is. Like when the next time they bring a big name at 154 that can actually make the weight, I'll need to upset. I'll need to pitch an upset, and then they'll put my name back in it. I'll be back in talks with, a few. I'll get a few of those, and then I'll be back in big talks.
You're not viewed as a big puncher, Mike, but you're viewed as a very, very dangerous fight.
Mm-hmm. Create the irony, right?
Yeah, like what is that like for you?
It's. I mean, to me, it's just, like anytime somebody say that, it's just like, all right, so you said I'm not a big puncher, but you still won't you fight me. So that lets me know, like, I still lets me know I'm legit because if I'm not a big puncher, and I'm in there with big punch, I'm in there with a few big punches throughout my career, and I'm still handling mine, getting and remaining competitive. I mean, I think that says a lot about the time and effort I put into this sport. But every time I go away or go to camps and things like that, I try to learn some things. So I'm always working on it, but I'm not gonna sacrifice the boxing skill.
You mentioned that the irony of that, not a big puncher but dangerous fight, and I feel like it's because you have the tendency to make fighters look bad. Boyachuk was coming off of a loss, but he was coming off of a performance where people felt like he won.
Well, he fought
He hit
Ishmael Davis after that, so
oh, I'm
after the
sorry,
Vir-
yeah. He stopped Ishmael Davis,
Mhm.
and but the Virgil fight, he's coming off of his biggest fight, dropped Virgil twice. People feel like he won, and then he gets in there with you, and it's like I don't know. You kind of like pulled the covers off him and showed everybody his flaws.
Well, yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just I watched the Ishmael Davis fight. I watched the Virgil Ortiz fight like three, four times, and I watched early fight. I even watched the fight with Brandon Adams. You know what I mean? So I did, I do the work. I do the work in the gym. I do the work out of the gym. You know what I mean? Check it's YouTube. It's the internet, man. We got the internet in our in our pocket half the time. That's why I don't know why people say so much dumb shit when you can look it up. But but like uh, but I did the work, and I mean that's the thing. The biggest thing is, honestly, I gotta give credit to Virgil Ortiz because somebody's like, man, they went life and death with him, and da da da. I'm like, yeah, but I watched that fight a lot of times. Virgil showed a lot of things, exposed a lot of things I felt I could take advantage of. So it's just styles make fights. Styles make fights. I put my skill set against guys, and I make the adjustments. I don't change my whole fight game each outing. You know what I mean?
What does Kendo Castaneda bring to the table that can make this a difficult fight?
Like I said, he's rough. He likes to he likes to mix. He don't mind taking one. So I mean, if he got like he'll like if we get in close, that we'll have to I'll have to earn his respect there. But he's not gonna he's like on the outside. He's not gonna be able to box with me. He's not gonna be able to box with me on the outside. He's gonna have to get. He's gonna have to get in. But going through all of those wars he's been through takes a toll on the body. So we will. We are going. We are when we if we can hurt them with something. We are going to push the pace.
Watching people pull up to this Saturday, live casino, Hanover, Maryland.
Nah, really, I mean, the fight with me and Kendo Castaneda, to me, that's like pro box worthy at least, or like a preliminary card. That's worth. I think me and Kendo are worth a watch. But also in the main event, you got Damon Nicholson and Emmanuel Arline fighting a rematch for a few different titles. You know what I mean? So I mean, this is a good card. This is probably TV worthy card. We got got a bunch of guys in the undercard too. But I like that co-main and main event. I think it's gonna be like that. I mean, I think that's worth like, look, man, what y'all doing this Saturday? You know what I mean? Um, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. Shout out to Emmanuel Alim and Damon Nicholson. They are the reason that I never have fought as a main event at Maryland Live. But I love I love fighting at home. Of course, I want to, I'm ready to take on the world, but I'm just grateful to Jetta Promotions for being able to stay active. So just expect a great night, man. Expect a great night, man. Y'all pull up, get y'all some drinks, get y'all some food, and watch some great fights, man.
I feel like Tony did a good job. He took a fighter that nobody wanted to fight, and like it seemed like the only dudes that wanted to fight you is Eastern Europeans that nobody wanted to fight. And so it's like, hey, I fight you, and kept you active and put you in spots where you looked good, even though the business of boxing kept you from winning that fight. Um, where does Mike Fox go from here with the victory?
With a victory here, I guess we reaffirm the reason I should be in the ranking in any of the rankings for either any of the sanctioning bodies. I think a win here. Not even a high number yet, but a win here put puts me in those talks for those smaller junior titles and things like that, and we can really like try to work our way up. But like I said, one step at a time. None of that happens if Kendo is victorious Saturday night, which he won't be. We got work to do, man. I ain't spend a month in Australia to lose to Kendo Castaneda, man. I've been working hard.
All right, so that's live casino, July 26th, Saturday night,
Yes, sir.
Hanover, Maryland. Pull up, y'all. It's gonna be a fucking great night of boxing. Um, since we talking about the move to 54, I saw you doing strength and conditioning on on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Um, at, were you are you looking to put on more muscle now that you know that you could be staying here full time?
Yeah, definitely. Like at that point in the camp, we're doing a little more conditioning than anything. But shout out to Advanced Sports Performance, Coach D'Angelo Kennard. If I tell him we staying at 54, what I'm saying, he gonna be probably way too excited to, we're gonna probably go through a heavy lifting phase and things like that. But what's great about him is he knows what the body needs to compete as a fighter. He did other combat sports like Muay Thai, Jiu Jitsu, and different things like that. So he understands uh, what muscle groups need to be worked on and things like that. So once we back outside of camp, um, and we got like that time, and we got that time in between fights, we will be trying to put on. I will be trying to put on some. I will be trying to put on some muscle because even just to be, I still have to be able to be a strong boxer. Even if I'm not putting Bama's away, they got to know that I'm gonna hit you with some shit for however many rounds it's gonna be.
Facts, facts. Um, now that you're not at 147 anymore. I mean, as of for these last two fights,
Yeah.
if an opportunity comes, I'm pretty sure you'll take it. Uh, thoughts on Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr.
Oh, in all honesty, going off of Devin's last performance, I would have to lean towards Brian Norman. I know you're from Philly and everything. I'm sorry.
Why does everybody say that though? You say like Dev's from Philly or something.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. But no, and honestly, like, yeah, unless Devin finds his jab again, he's gonna have a little bit of trouble keeping Brian off of him, just because you know Jose Ramirez, he's flat footed. You know what I mean? So he got to, so Devin got to circle the ring and traverse the ring however he wanted to.
Mm,
Brian Norman is pretty athletic, and he got good feet under him, so he's not just going to be able to dance around Devin. I mean, he's not going to be. Devin's not going to be able to dance around Brian all night like he kind of did with Ramirez, because
mm.
Devin knows how to use his. I mean, Brian knows how to use his feet to close distance and create distance and everything. So it's gonna be a good one. But I mean, we can't act like Brian don't got a little bit of punch. Well, not a little bit. Apparently he's putting Bama's away. I sparred him. That wasn't the experience I had, but yeah,
How
he was a
long ago
country
did y'all
boy.
work?
Punch, huh?
How long ago did y'all work?
What was that? 20. Oh, that was at the beginning of 2024, like February 2024. Um, his dad and myself, we had a little back and forth in the DMs. No,
I didn't know y'all actually sparred though. So
yeah,
y'all
we
did?
did. We did. I made this little video and edited, made it look like they when my name was mentioned, Senior walked it back or whatever. It was like a boxing voice joint. I send it to you after this, and then
Uh,
once he finally sees it, first thing he jumped my in and say is, "You about to get beat up for free." And I'm like, that's not about to happen. I ain't worried about that at all. Since then, shit kind of. I mean, we mellowed out. We sparred about 10 rounds, and then he was actually at the Boychuk fight. Well, actually, him and Junior, they were both at the Boychuk fight. Um, just giving, just rooting for me, lending they support, man, because they was out in California training for the Japan fight, so they came
Yes.
through, and I shout out to them, so I appreciate that.
For the Dev fight, I think Brian's foot feints are going to be the key. Brian does a
Absolutely.
good job of setting up the left hook, the lead
Yeah.
left hook with the foot feints. If he can get Dev to be overreactionary with that,
Hmm.
we seen Dev is he's very left hook conscious right now. I
Right.
think that'd be the key to possibly setting up the right hand.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. The foot, like you said, the foot feints. You got to have good feet under you to do that. Like I said, Ramirez is flat-footed. Flat-footed fighters aren't foot feinting a whole bunch.
Ooh.
Like Pacquiao. That's kind of how he made a career of it. And I mean, and you see what he did with Bar. You see how the fight with Barrios went. And I think that was strategic in how Pacquiao picked which he knew he could pick whatever fighter he wanted to fight on the way back, and I think he picked Barrios because Barrios is kind of flat-footed. So he was able to, being 46, he like everybody's gonna wonder how's his legs, but if you ain't got to overwork your legs because you got a flat-footed opponent, you're gonna look tremendous like you did last night. Like you're gonna look like Father Time doesn't exist. But I mean, that was stylistically. But I mean, it would be an eye. Virgil could still make 47. He wouldn't have came back and fought Virgil.
Nah.
If Boots was still at 47, he wasn't gonna come. He wasn't gonna come back and fight Boots. I don't know. He might
One
have
will
fought
fight Brian.
Stanionis.
He
Huh?
wouldn't fought Brian either.
He probably wouldn't fought Brian either. But I know, and he might have fought Stanionis. But I mean, going off of like stylistically, Barrios was the best fight for Manny Pacquiao.
Let's keep it a beam, man. And I like Mario, but how Mario is viewed as the weakest link at
Mhm.
147, even though he is a champion and has defended his belt a couple of times. I don't think that he's won one time since he was upgraded to full champion, right?
Oh
Was
yeah,
it Fabian
yeah.
Maidana?
He beat Fabian, but I think he might
After
have
that,
got
it was 2 draws.
That's not a good. I mean, that's not a good look as a champ. That's really not a good look. But I mean, but this is why people view him as the weakest link because I mean, you're not performing. My whole thing is like, yeah, it's Manny Pacquiao, bro, but I mean, you gotta let go of that shit. Like we all look. I mean, there's a time when people looked up to him, or we all looked up to him, and we admired him, but that shit got to go away. Like this man has been away for 4 years, and he calls you out. You won't take no offense to that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to get some. You got to have some type of chip on your shoulder because he like just, like his mother been gone. Look, not only this, look, he been gone 4 years, right? And Mario Barrios kind of put the pause on Yordenis Ugas. Yordenis Ugas retired Manny Pacquiao. Manny
Yes.
Pacquiao decides to fight Mario Barrios. You don't take no type of as Mario. You don't take no type of offense to that, man. You're like, oh nah, Joe. It's like it's 4 years. 4 years is a long time. You got to find out the hard way. You know what I mean? He touching gloves with him too much. Every time he hit him to the body, Manny complained. Mario stopped punching. The ref ain't even say nothing each time. Like, what you doing? Come on, bro.
I don't want to be that guy, but Mario, he looked good. He looked good in the Ugas fight.
He
He looked
did.
good in that fight.
Yeah.
But I thought Abel put the pause on him, and I thought Manny beat him.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
mean,
Manny beat
you
him.
can definitely make that. You could definitely make that. Definitely make that argument. You could definitely make that argument. But like, bro, and then Mario's winning the jab, winning the jab war with Manny, but he's stepping to, but Mario's is stepping to his, excuse me, Barrios is stepping to his right. Like, yo, get on that outside, take that outside angle, so Manny can't take that outside angle. You know he's gonna jump in, slide out that side, force him to fight,
Yeah.
force him to challenge your right hand, bro. Like you supposed to know these things. I mean,
Manny,
it's not that it's like I just out of you know what I'm saying I respect the sport and I respect fighters. I respect anybody that'll fight Tank and Keith Thurman back to back. You a real one
yeah,
in my but like that, like even and we got and Bob and Bob didn't tell him, man, you gotta start stepping left. I never heard him say, look, step left, keep shooting your jab, and step left, and line your right hand up. I didn't really hear all that. He was telling the right thing, like stop touching gloves with him. Y'all not friends, y'all not cool. He's saying all the right
right.
things. I agree with Bob on that, but Mario was I think he was a little mesmerized by Pac Man.
Yo, he's sitting there, he touching gloves with every round. Yo, just cause he a smiling, soft spoken dude, he's trying to kill you. Manny
Hey, he'll
Pacquiao,
put you away. If he get the chance, he gonna
yeah.
put you away.
And then afterwards be like, oh, he's a very good fighter. You know what I'm saying? All
Right. Exactly.
right, so we got a super chat, a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Reggie Smith. Does Fox think Devin Haney have some kind of chance to beat Norman? Do you think Dev has a chance?
If Devin can find his jab again, he can beat Brian Norman. I don't think the Devin that fought Jose Ramirez, how he fought against Jose Ramirez, that Devin isn't gonna that one isn't gonna work. That's not gonna work. He got to find his jab again. He honestly had one of the best jabs around in a few divisions. Probably he had one of the best jabs around. But if he's not jabbing like he used to, I like Norman more. Now, if this was the Devin that fought Regis, I'm like, oh shit, we got one. I'm I'm curious to know what's going to happen with the Devin we have now, and what we might see. I don't we like I said, campus is probably just starting for them, so we'll see what they come up with. But Devin needs to find he needs to get back on his jab like he used to, and then I know we have a competitive one. We got a good one.
We talked about the foot things with Brian. How important is the level changes in the stab to body to Devin in this fight?
Um, I think it's important. I mean, the status of the body is going to be important. I mean, like any time, I think in anyone's offense, they should have a body jab in their repertoire because it's a throw off. Like once you pop and then you go up down one time. It like the first time it happens, it's always a little surprise. Like, oh shit, he got me. All right, but if you good, you can make if you're a good fighter, you can make the adjustments. But it's important to hit all targets. You know what I mean? Upstairs, downstairs. But yeah, that like he just needs to be jabbing. He needs to be jabbing. Period. Like jabbing, moving like he does. Add the jab back to that, and then he'll be. I know he'll be competitive.
Speaking of Devin, were you surprised to hear the news that Devin versus Boots almost happened?
A little bit, yeah. I like, especially honestly especially coming off the Ryan fight. It's like, Joe, you want to do because Boots is 10 times the fighter Ryan is. Like Ryan has a big hook and has gotten him really far. But I mean, he's been exposed. Like it's like he has yet to win a world title. So shows he's kind of reached his limit. Where Boots is naturally bigger. Uh, I guess you could say he's punching in both hands. He's naturally bigger, and he's better. He's a better skilled fighter. So I mean, I was surprised to hear that was even kind of thought about. But I was a little bit surprised at the same time. Not just, I mean, say what you want about how Devin fights and if he's born, if he's pillow fist or whatever. He don't really duck. He don't duck no work. He ain't duck no work. He didn't duck Loma. He didn't duck. He went over. I mean, it's George Kambosos, but he went over there twice to fight George Kambosos. And then Regis was like the man at 140 at the time where Devin beat him. So I mean, say what you want about him, but he don't duck smoke.
I find it funny that you're getting both sides. People saying that Devin ducked Boots by not going to 52. People saying Boots ducked Devin by asking to go to 52.
Mm.
What's your thoughts on that? And fans always accusing fighters of ducking.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they throw they. I mean, duck is being used like a lot these days. I mean, but there's all like I think fight fans don't understand all aspects. Like Bruce is young. You know what I mean, and he's been at 47 for I think they might say like 10 years, a lot of years.
Yeah,
You would know
nine,
this.
10 years. Yeah.
9, 10 years. So that's hard. That's hard to hold. Eventually, they're like, hey, man, look. So first he was about to go up and talk about the fight with Virgil, and then I guess the chance to unify with Stanionis came. Like, man, let me try unify one more time. And then he goes up to 54. But now, he goes up to 54. He's in better standings in the IBF rankings and the WBA rankings. And I think it's just, I think it's aspects of the joint you got to look at. You got to look from every side, just in the sense of like, how long do y'all expect him to hold this weight? You know what I mean? He was trying to hold it for the Norman fight. I mean, Norman was trying to run the bag up. Team Norman was trying to run the bag up. That fell through, and then and then you got to stay on this fight. I mean, was Devin going to go up to 47 fully and fight him fully at 47?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean in the sense of that one, I mean, at the same time, everybody thinks Devin's damaged goods anyway. So how does he ducking Devin Haney? Y'all think he's damaged goods? Y'all think he's gun shy because of the fighting
Yes.
Ryan and
It's
getting him in the belt?
crazy how narratives, you know what I mean?
The narratives that are created are just like, I mean, they all of them can kind of you can poke holes in them if you look at them, if you dissect them long enough.
All right, so my man said, Young OG, nah, Boots shouldn't have asked for 152 against Dev. It's already murder. The problem is, Young OG, he was already moving up. He had already notified Metro that he was moving up in weight. And so if somebody wants to fight you, he gave up 2 pounds. So I understand Dev not taking out. I understand Boots asking for 52.
Look,
Now,
if a fight would have went like that, if that fight would have went down, they just called Boots a weight bully. I mean, yeah, they
yeah.
were calling a weight bully when he was fighting guys that were welterweight. So I mean, it's just like it's so many narratives. It just depends on how you feel about these fighters personally. Where I mean, I myself try to keep a professional lens on.
Now, Mike, you were a part of that class, right?
Yeah,
It seems like all of y'all are moving up at kind of like at the same time. Virgil moved up first. You seen Conor Ben fight above. Rashidi's fought above. You and Boots are moving up now. Mentally, what is your perspective with going into another weight class? Like, what are you? Is it going to be a complete change in preparation and mindset?
no, it's not gonna be a complete change of preparation mindset. I think the decisions kind of made was not. I haven't. I mean, I guess fighting at 154 for this fight kind of makes a decision for you. But I go where the opportunity is, man. That's just the thing. Things weren't happening at welterweight for me. You know what I mean? And I think as far as the preparation, nah. Of all like that skill set has to go up there with me. It's not like now we have to become a completely different fighter. Bruce is not going to become a completely different fighter at 54. Some things might change. What I do think is going to happen is similar to Virgil. I think he's going to realize that he's not the biggest man in the ring anymore. And I mean, I think everybody moving up is going to have to realize that. Myself too. But there's a lot more cameras and a lot more people watching the Virgils and the Boots. You know what I mean? Those guys are looking to dissect these Jones like, man, he ain't all that since he got up here. Things will change a little bit, but like the skill set that both of them have allowed them to be. Well, we'll see. I mean, we have to obviously see what Boots does, but Virgil's skill set that he had at 47 and brought into a 54 body frame, we got it still allowed him to win an interim WBC.
Yeah,
So, and beat what's my man name that fought Crawford? But Magic.
Imagine Ball. That was a
Yeah,
good win. Good.
those that's a legit dude. Both of them, Boachuk and Manuel are legit 154s. And he showed he can tango with him. He showed some openings. He did get dropped by Boachuk, but I mean, I think that was the learning. I'm like, oh, these dudes is big too. You're not just big Virgil. I bumped into Virgil in California one time. We dapped up, hugged up, and he was like, this is when he was getting ready for the first Stanionis fight or the first
Mm,
attempt to try and make that fight. He's up
yeah.
in weight. He's up in weight. I can tell when I dab him, hug him. He's solid. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm,
that don't. But at 154, it's like, oh, you get up to this weight, we all get up here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't phase us up here. I think he had to realize that in the Boychuk fight, but I still think he pulled off the W with that one.
Do you watch when other guys like when your contemporaries like are making moves and stuff? Like, is that something you look for? Like, okay, I'm going to have to be more defensively conscious at this weight, and as opposed to maybe you the much bigger man at 47, and you're still the bigger man at 54.
And there's room, but now at 154, there's room to put on a little more size in the off season. Well, not necessarily the off season, but in between camps. You know what I mean? But um, you know, the thing is, my coach prides himself on hitting and not getting hit. It doesn't matter what division I end up going to. We're always wary of we're always wary of defense and you I mean you tighten up your defense. Give respect to the division, man, because you going up. These dudes are bigger. You gotta respect that fact. No matter how good you think you are, you gotta respect that fact. So and don't let that respect turn to fear. But that respect should that respect keeps you on point.
Do you think that because of the performance that you put on in your last fight, that you might see more of the same at 54? And by more of the same, I mean ducking.
I mean, I think we got to see. I think we got to see. Just I mean, people will. I mean, people probably will see the Boychuk fight. I think it's out there on YouTube somewhere now. But I mean, I still didn't walk away with the dub. So they might. Hopefully, they still try their hand. But we get what we get. I get what Boychuk was supposed to be. You know what I mean? But when you're not, but
Mike, you
there's a
dropped him with a jab, Mike.
yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. But so that mystique goes away. That mystique kind of goes away when you fight when a junior welterweight fights at welterweight. I mean, a super welterweight fights at welterweight at middleweight. Some of that mystique goes away. So I think if anything, Boychuk is probably gonna get more opportunities than me.
You dropped him with a jab, Mike. I know you're a really respectful dude and professional, but when it happened, and I'm like, wait, what? Because it was a quick. It wasn't like it was a power jab. It wasn't that for anybody in the comments watching. It was like a quick pop,
Yeah,
and I'm like, damn, like
yeah. He made a mistake. I was there. I was in the right position to capitalize. Even in that instance, I had to rush it anyway, and I still dropped him. I mean, he left at me, left both feet in the air. Boom! I shoot the brick hand, and he's on, and he gets a pat on the butt from the canvas. You know what I mean? So it's just like you know, like Thomas Taylor should have. I mean, I don't think he's a bad ref, but he made a bad call in that moment. That should have been a knockdown for sure.
first couple rounds were competitive, right?
Yeah, I
He had
expected him to be.
he had closed the distance. He had closed the distance and was working a lot on the inside. Then
Hmm.
you made an adjustment with a misdirection step.
Yeah,
Do you feel like that was that was you turning the tide? Like it seemed like after that, Mike, I ain't even gonna lie to you. It looked kind of clean for like 5, 6 rounds.
yeah. They were just. I mean, in the midst of the fight, I heard Manny Robles tell him, "Man, step left." Like they're trying to cut that side off. Now, in those moments when you got a southpaw and a conventional, you can battle for that side, or you can change direction. But since he was going real heavy on that side, when I shot a punch, boom, when I stepped the other way, he kind of had to reset. So it's just like, yeah, it was. I mean, it's all tactical. I mean, even with like like southpaws and conventional fighters, they fight for that same side with that lead hand. So I mean, all of it is just it's just mid fight adjustments, man. You make them. I'm listening. I'm listening to my corner. I was not listening to Manny Rose, but I overhear him. I'm like, okay, so you really want this side? Boom, I'm gonna give you this side. So I'm gonna hit you with this shot, send your weight that way, step around you. You know, man. This how my mind works in there.
What kind of Mike Fox can we expect this Saturday live casino, Hanover, Maryland, Kendo Castaneda?
Hey, look, I mean, I've been working on some stuff. I've been working on some stuff. I'm, without putting myself in any type of like danger. I'll be in pursuit of a stoppage on this one. We'll see what happens. It's up to Kendo what he's willing to take. But you know what I mean, I've been working hard for this one, man. I've been working hard. I watched some of his fights, see some things. Been trying to put them together in the gym. We just gotta see if we can put them together on fight night.
All right, so before we head out, does anybody have any questions for Mike?
Good advice, good buddy Taylor. I was thinking that too, my man. Oh yeah. With limited time, said man, let me go get us some money, Boots.
I mean, I want y'all to get paid, but I don't want y'all to put me in the middle, man. I'm gonna be at the fight like.
Yeah, I mean, just go
I
get us
hate
some
when my
money, Boots.
guys fight.
And then go after Fundor or Shadow. I would love to
Yeah,
fight
I don't want to
Fundor.
see. I don't want to see Raymond Ford versus Scooter. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you versus Boots.
Hey, shoot,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Scooter versus Raymond. I'm pulling up to that.
yeah, I don't want to see that fight, yo.
Because I know that don't gonna be on the East Coast, either Jersey or
Right?
Philly. You know what I mean? But shoot. Go out to Fundora. I would love to, like I said, I would love the Fundora fight. We got some work to do at 54. Honestly, we got some work to do.
Y'all saying everybody keeps
just
saying
power.
Fox
Yeah,
versus Fundora.
yeah,
Y'all see that shit, yo.
yeah.
Let's see how he deal with somebody's own. Let's see how Fundora deal with somebody's own height.
I mean, I'm just saying the last dude that was close in height with him was Jamonte Clark, and he got a draw. So maybe he wasn't used
Oh
to somebody.
shit!
Yeah, he wasn't used. He probably wasn't used to somebody being only an inch or so shorter than him because I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a good ass fight, but it was a draw.
Is Fox versus Fundora the fights that y'all want to see?
That looks like the fight they want to see.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me know, man.
We get maybe we get in the right rankings, man. We can make a move. But we got one step at a time, though, man. One step at a time.
Right now, who's on the docket is Kendo Castaneda.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
We're not looking past
Yeah.
Saturday, man.
Yeah. That's the fight that's on the table. Yo, if y'all in the area, pull up, man. Pull up.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, listen, if y'all in, it's in Hanover, Maryland. It's like 15 minutes from Baltimore, man. If y'all in the area, y'all feel like making the trip, man, for sure. I appreciate seeing y'all there, but expect to hear Fox was victorious.
Yeah, they say Fundora defense is terrible.
Yeah, well, I mean, people with bad defense. I think, if y'all think his defense is bad, I think that fights against guys with bad defense are always winnable.
Yo, so we got Eileen versus Demond Nicholson, Fox, Castaneda. We got Nasheed Smith, Muhammad Jones. Who else? Ezri Turner.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else is on the card.
Brandon Chambers, he's from Baltimore. A few others. I think we got like some not debuts, but they're like young, still a little young in the game, like 2 and 3-0, things like that. So, but yeah, like you named it. Ahmed, like you said, Ahmed Jones, Demond and Emmanuel, in a rematch, and then like you said, and shout out to Nasheed Smith, my guy. So man, hey, it's up. We're gonna have a fun time Saturday night.
All right, Mike. I'm gonna let you get your rest, bro. I appreciate you hopping on. I'll be there this Saturday, man. Rooting
Yeah,
for you.
my man. That's what I was about to ask you. Was you coming down?
Yeah, I'm coming down, man. But yeah, can't wait, bro. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
for sure. Greg coming with you?
I'm gonna ask him.
Oh yeah, that's my dog.
We're
I
gonna
ain't
have
catch him the last
him and
time.
your brother do another face off, yo.
Oh yeah. Hey, was you at when they fought? Was you in it?
No, I wasn't covering that, yo.
Oh yeah, you wasn't covering it. Look, he might have told you. Did you like he like so? they called Greg like I think like maybe it was like 12 days out because another fighter fell out, right?
Hmm.
And then Greg was off the rip saying, "Look, I ain't gonna tell Fox he can go ahead and get some food. I'm gonna get as close as I can to the weight, but I'm gonna do what I can." This man would come in there, he come in 10 pounds off.
Yeah.
So look, he get on the scale. Ted's like, "God damn." He's like, "Man, stop it. You like 7 feet tall." But yeah, nah, they fought. But man, Greg, Greg been cool ever since, man. He's a oh, I mean, like shout out to Greg Hackett because he's the only person that can get Boots and JYD out the house, yelling, screaming their lungs out at the
Right.
2300 arena, man. Only Greg Hackett can do that, man. Shout out to Greg Hackett for that W.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna try to get him to pull up, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Philly pulling up to Maryland, man. Yo, can't wait for the card, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's yo
You
for
there,
anybody
man.
watching.
I appreciate
Live
that.
Casino, Hanover, Maryland. This Saturday, July 26th. Aleem, Damon Nicholson, Fox, Castaneda. Pull up, y'all.
Yeah, y'all come through, man. Work.
All right. Appreciate you, Mike.
Appreciate you.
My God.